Good Saturday morning, everybody. It is the last day of May, May 31st. I'm Chris Allen here with your 270 weather for the 270 area code and beyond. It's the weekend. Yeah. We're going to flip the calendar from May to June today. Well, tonight, tomorrow, whenever you flip your calendar. Do people even flip their calendars anymore? Do- Like, you know, the like the old drugstore calendars we used to get. They used to, hang on the wall and then you'd take it and you'd turn it over and yeah, I miss those. I miss those. Those were and they had all the little things that you needed to know, like when there's a new moon, a full moon. Yeah. And it would also say, besides holidays, there would be these little things on the side or the top. It would be like during the month of May, it's best to plant this, and this. I mean, it was full of information. I miss those. Then right in the middle, there would be this whoever the sponsor is, the drugstore, the grocery store, whoever, they were kind of yellow colored with, yeah, I remember those. Yeah. They went away for oh, I know why they went away. Technology. Yeah, it wasn't cool anymore. But I miss those. I may have to, you know what? That gives me an idea. I may have to see if somebody will print me some old fashioned 270 weather calendars. And then we sell them here during the podcast. Franklin Bank still has those. Okay. Let me see here. Jack Franklin Bank still has those calendars. Well, I may talk to Franklin Bank. Help on calendars this morning. It is the last day of May. It has been a wild May, wet and wild. I'm going to talk about a few numbers here in just a moment. Let's talk about the numbers from yesterday, in which we had a high of 73, and that was 10 degrees cooler than normal. The normal is now 83 for a high temperature as we go from May to June. And we had a low of 62. And at the airport, Bowling Green Airport, officially they measured 16 hundredths of an inch of rain. Now, I know it doesn't sound like much. Some of you, which you'll soon see with the Kentucky Mesonet sensors, there was more than 16 hundredths at a lot of places yesterday, and then some places didn't get that much at all. So yeah. Oh, there's other people. Wait a minute. Look here. Here's somebody speaking of the calendars. Lisa Jerry Park. Lisa, I guess it's Lisa and Jerry Park. We have those calendars. We get ours at the drugstore. Well, and let's see. Here's another one. Morgantown Bank as well. Well, you guys are coming through. I thought I would hear somebody like, "What are you talking about calendars for?" Just by the way, I have some. I was going to make a graphic for this, but it would have taken me a little bit, so I've just got it written down right here on paper. In case you're curious, for the month of May, let me go back here so you don't have to sit on this graphic here. So for the month of May, we ended up with a surplus of rainfall at an inch and 84 hundredths, 1.84 above normal for the month of May. Almost, if you think about it, almost 2 inches above normal on rainfall. We picked up the total for May, 6.72 inches. That's almost 6.75 inches of rain for the month of May. The normal is 4.88. So the difference is 1.84. I found that interesting this morning. Just thinking about, if you look around, you think, boy, we sure have had a lot of rain in May. You would be correct. Now, not as much as we had in April. We didn't have like days and days and days of heavy, heavy rain and flooding, and just at least we didn't have that. That was April, but this is May, end of May, and it was not huge, but still a surplus. And we are not quite done with the rain just yet. So we're going to look at that here in a moment. Let's check the Plano Cam real quick before we go to radar and satellite. And there she is looking outside live here at 6:12 Central Time. The Plano Cam right outside my house showing fairly still, calm wind, clouds, some filtered sun. And you notice the sun's kind of got a hazy look to it. I mean, you don't see the sun itself, but the sky just has a hazy look to it. This is what I was talking about yesterday at around noontime on Channel 40. I was talking about some of the wildfires going on in Canada, and that how we're going to see some of the smoke from those wildfires all the way down here into Kentucky. And that's what you're seeing this morning. Yeah, that's smoke from Canada. The upper winds, which are coming in from the north and northwest, is sending that smoke all the way down here. So we're going to have a hazy look to the sunshine today. It's also going to become breezy. It's not that way right now, as you can see. That crepe myrtle that's sitting right there in front of my window, it's still as can be. Trees in the background are still. The winds are going to pick up today, though, from the west at about 10 to 20, maybe even higher. So, yeah, we've got the haze and a breeze, and there's even a chance that we could see, once again, a chance of a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon, because there's an upper wave, a cold front that's going to move through this afternoon and this evening. And yeah, it's going to bring us another chance of rain. Whew, same song, different day. All right. We start with a look at the satellite view this morning, and you can see that skies are mainly clear, but what you're not seeing is the fog. I mean, not fog, haze. I just said it. Haze. Hey, haze. Yeah, it's with us this morning, and it's going to be with us all day. It doesn't pick it up on the satellite view, but you can see here's some clouds down around Gainesboro, Tennessee, Lafayette, and then over toward the Daniel Boone National Forest. That's where some of the clouds are. There may be some high clouds now and then, just kind of breezing through the area, but skies are mainly clear except for the haze. And you say, what are these brown shaded counties back to the west? That would be a lake wind advisory. And there it is. That's issued for today. And here's what it says. This is for much of western Kentucky through 6 p.m. this evening. Northwest winds around 15 with gusts to 25. So if you're going out to the land between the lakes, Lake Barkley, Kentucky Lake, any of those lakes that are back to the west, even into southern parts of Illinois, Indiana, that's where the lake wind advisory is in effect. Choppy. It's going to be choppy out on the waters. Even if you're going to Barren River Lake or Lake Cumberland or Dale Hollow or Green River Lake, if you're out going fishing or something, the water is going to be choppy. I would say even down if you're going to Old Hickory Lake in the 615 near Nashville, little choppy lakes out there today. Strong winds, rough waves on area lakes will create hazardous conditions for small craft. Yeah, like your John boats. If you got a little, 14 foot, 10 foot, 14 foot John boat and you're going out on the lake, I'd just be careful. Okay. Choppy waters today. All right. Here's a look at radar. And as you can see, all the rain is gone. All of it. All of it's gone finally. But there's going to be a cold front that comes in this evening. That cold front, let me find some blue here so I can depict the cold front. There we go. Yeah. What did it? Okay. What happened there? I don't know. But anyway, the cold front is going to come in like this afternoon, like that, and it's going to drop down. And as it does, it is going to produce showers and thunderstorms all along the frontal boundary. Let me go with some red here. So, yeah. I feel like when I was a kid and I was sitting in class and I was drawing instead of paying attention to the teacher, I was drawing weather maps. Yeah, that was me in elementary school. I'd sit there with my pencil and I would sneak in some colored pencils or crayons and I would draw maps and I would, make everything the colors. This was way before technology. So anyway, there you go. I'm just for fun, for kicks and giggles this morning. But anyway, there's your lake wind advisory. There's no rain out here. This is ground clutter down around the Old Hickory radar site. That's right there near Nashville and Hendersonville and Lebanon and all of that. Okay. We move on now. We're going to let's go to the Kentucky Mesonet and see some of the numbers, check in on that. Here we go with current temperatures as we look on this last day of May. It's pleasant. Look at those upper 50s, low 60s. Wow. That's refreshing. I haven't stepped outside yet. Usually on a Saturday or Sunday morning, I will go out on the back patio, sit in the swing. I haven't done that yet, but I'm sure it feels good. So yeah, upper 50s to low 60s everywhere. Let's look at rainfall. And here you see some places didn't get hardly anything, but here in Bowling Green, anywhere from a tenth of an inch to a quarter inch. And then you've got lots of tenths of an inch, 2/10 of an inch, 3/10 of an inch up in Litchfield, Grayson County. Then you head over to the east, lighter amounts in some cases. The heaviest I see is over here in Casey County, Liberty, Kentucky, picking up almost a half inch of rain yesterday. The winds this morning are coming out of the west. As I said, the winds will be westerly today. As you saw on the Plano Cam, they're fairly calm, but they will really start to pick up as we go through the day. Moisture, dew points, not bad. They're in the 50s. But with that upper wave coming in this afternoon, I think there's going to be enough daytime heating, even though moisture is kind of limited with that front as it comes in. There will be just enough moisture to touch off a wave of showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon into this evening. So that's going to be in the forecast for today. What about, could any of these maybe be severe? Let's check that just to make sure. As we update the maps here, let's get the latest. Look at this. So here is the severe weather outlook for today. Fairly quiet. You've got your garden variety general thunderstorms from Bowling Green east. But then once you get up to about Casey County, down to Williamsburg and Corbin, London, Frankfort, Lexington, and over toward Prestonsburg and Pikeville, those areas, that's a level 1 marginal risk. And as you know, yesterday There was a level 1 marginal risk over the 270. Remember that? But we really didn't get any real big severe weather. There were a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings early yesterday morning. It almost caught me off guard. I was like, "What?" And then one of them or two of them turned to tornado warnings, but it didn't produce a tornado here. But where there was not a severe weather risk necessarily or a painted in risk like this, which was over in Washington County. Yeah, you saw it, didn't you? You saw the devastation that what they're saying now is an EF1 tornado. That's a preliminary outlook or uh I guess what they do is they go out and they say, okay, just kind of broad looking broad here, just the scope of things. It looks like an EF1, but to me, looks like it could end up being an EF2 once they get through all of their surveying. That was just nasty, and it was awful. One death is what I heard from Washington County. That's in the central part of Kentucky. That was awful. And that was early yesterday morning, like 4, 5 o'clock. Yeah, they weren't even painted in anything like this, but a tornado happened, and it was a significant tornado. So tornadoes can happen even in a low end risk area like this one into parts of central and eastern Kentucky. That's today as that cold front drops down. Tornado risk, they got it. I mean, it's blank. It's, you know, when you look at this, you think it's zero, but it kind of looked the same yesterday. And there was a tornado. The severe wind or damaging wind threat, yeah, it's in the low category again, but it's in that same area. So damaging wind and large hail look to be the primary threats. And we could see some of that here as that system dives down today into the 270 southern Kentucky. Tomorrow, there's a general thunderstorm risk for us for your first day of June, Sunday afternoon. Same same kind of thing is going to happen. It'll be a short-lived type of system, not much happening. My curiosity though goes to Tuesday. Tuesday of next week. You see already a yellow painted area in parts of western Illinois, southeastern Iowa, north eastern Missouri. That may be expanded further east and take in part of our area on Wednesday, Wednesday night into Thursday. I'm looking at Wednesday night into Thursday as being a potential for severe weather, even though here's Thursday next week. They've got nothing painted in, but as we've seen lately, I mean, with the weather being so crazy as it has been, that doesn't mean we're not just because it's not there right now. I mean, we're still several days away, but I bet you the way the weather's behaving and has behaved this spring will get painted in the next couple of days with a severe weather threat, maybe heavy rain threat by Thursday. I'm going to say by Thursday, the way things are looking in the models. But, like I said, what was it, day before yesterday? The weather models have been really wonky lately. And by that, I mean, they're just not very trustworthy. It's just been, they've just been off a little. Here is a look at the surface maps this morning. By the way, see the hand here? See that? Okay. That's Washington County right there, in case you were wondering. It's north of Marion County. That would be Springfield, Kentucky. Boyle County, that's where Danville is. So, Washington County, there's Nelson County, which is Bardstown. So, to help you find your bearings, it's east of Bardstown and north of Springfield. That's Washington County. That's where that tornado hit yesterday morning. So, yeah, not that far away. Here's a look at what's going on this morning. You say, what are these gray counties? Is that fog? No, yellow is fog. Smoke. This is smoke from the wildfires being picked up on the surface maps this morning. And look at this. This is 7 a.m., just about 30 minutes from now. And you see how some of the wildfire smoke comes all the way down here into Bowling Green and Warren County. That's the haze that we're seeing right now, as you saw on the Plano Cam. As we go through the day, here comes our upper wave, our upper level system that's going to dive pretty quickly from the north and settle down and come across the 270, the 364, the 615, the 502, and as you see, the 606 this afternoon and this evening. There it is. Boom. Now, right along that boundary, just as I drew my crude drawing on the radar with my crayons, I drew that line that's going to come through this afternoon. It's going to be quick, but there could be a few strong to severe storms. I'm not discounting getting a warning or two out of that this afternoon. So if you're outside, you need to keep that in mind as that front comes through. It's going to come through fast, and thunderstorms will build up quickly, and then by sunset or after they're gone. The front will be south of us. There will be fog and smoke over in eastern Kentucky in the 606 this evening. Here is 7 a.m. Sunday morning, June 1st. Fog, a little bit of light rain. Here comes the next upper wave. You see it there, the next front. It's going to do the same thing as the one that's coming today. It's going to drop down pretty quickly, maybe not as much rain with that one as the one that we're looking at today. Then high pressure builds in for Monday. It's looking good for Monday. Beautiful. And as a matter of fact, I think Monday is going to be just absolutely beautiful and not as humid. But the heat and humidity are going to come back. Here's Monday night. Here's Tuesday. Here's Wednesday. Now you see, remember I showed you that possible severe weather threat back to the northwest of us on Tuesday into Wednesday. Well, I think it's going to be Wednesday into Thursday, most likely Thursday for us. So here comes some rain. This is Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. Projected time for the rain to move in. And then especially Thursday. Coverage is good on Thursday. This is where we could see heavy rainfall or strong to severe storms. So on your old-fashioned flip calendars, as you flip it over to June, you want to mark on Thursday the 5th, possible severe weather. Yeah, I'm being serious. Do it. That way you'll remember it. This is your heads up. And that will continue into Friday. Good, soaking, solid, steady rainfall is what we're looking at, potentially, with that system coming in. It's going to be a much stronger system. Yeah. All right. Let's go to the model blender. And I love the model blender. You guys know how much I do, but sometimes it just seems like here lately it's been some of the models have, especially the GFS. When you hear anybody say the GFS model, well, the GFS model is not as sexy as the European. Oh, look at the European models. Ooh, aren't they pretty? Everybody loves the European models. Forecast models, okay? Don't go, don't get your mind in the gutter. Um, it's an old weather joke. Hey, I like the European models. Oh, well, I bet you do. The GFS is the global forecast system. It's kind of a Trust weather people, GFS is, we like the European, we like the NAM. That's the North American model. There's a variety, the HRRR, which is the high res resolution rapid refresh. That's all the sexier models in forecasting. But the GFS is just kind of a yawner, and it's been way off. It's been way off lately. So that skews the model blender that we're looking at. So when we put all those models and put them in the blender and twist them up, and this is the output, it may be skewed just a bit. But anyway, we're going to go with maybe 81, 82 today, 59 tonight. Yeah, after the showers come through. Then back to near 80 tomorrow. Then we start to see a streak of warmer 80s, shall we say, and above normal temperatures for the first time in a while. Like Tuesday, Wednesday, could we hit 90? Maybe for the first time this year. We have yet to hit 90. And by the way, another statistic for May, this May 2025, this will be I think I did the research on this a couple of days ago. I think this is the third May in a row that we did not hit 90. Just a little interesting fact, little tidbit. So we'll see. Of course, this will be in June 4th. If all projections are right, we'll hit 90 just before those bigger storms and rain come in for Thursday and Friday. That will cool us down naturally next weekend into the 80s, and that will be 400-mile yard sale weekend. Next weekend, I'm looking forward to it. Always do. Love the 400-mile yard sale. It runs across 68 from end to end, from Paducah to Maysville, Kentucky. That's where 68 goes, US 68. All right. There's your 7-day forecast. 81 today, chance of showers in the afternoon. 80 tomorrow for Sunday, chance of showers again in the afternoon. And then as we, of course, Sunday, tomorrow kicks off Duncan Hines Days in Bowling Green and goes all next week. Excuse me. And as you see there, mainly dry and much warmer and humid. Highs in the 80s, maybe upper 80s. And there's your good chance. Oh, mercy. That just come out of nowhere. There's your chance of showers and thunderstorms on Thursday. Okay, I guess that's my cue to shut up. Mercy sake. Sorry. Sorry. This is not like television where everything's all polished up and, no, everything's, this is my house and this is the way it goes. Coughing, sneezing, whatever happens, it happens. All right, you guys, enough. Thank you so much for watching 270 Weather. God bless you. Have a great weekend. See you later.